Bruno Fernandes is one of the most sought-after players in Europe. The Porto native started in the Boavista youth system before making a move to Italy, where he played for various clubs, the two biggest in Serie A, Udinese and Sampdoria. He totaled 119 matches and scored 15 goals before returning to Portugal in 2017, signing with Sporting. Sporting bought him for 8.5 million euros, which at the time was a very big investment for the club Sporting. But since then, he has basically led them to back-to-back Taça da Liga titles, the League Cup, and he also helped them most recently to winning the Portuguese Cup competition, the Taça de Portugal, after the previous year finishing in second place. Most people, including fans, would say that Bruno Fernandes has basically been the best player in the Liga during the past 2 years. As a result, some of the big sharks in Europe are now very interested in buying him, particularly some of the bigger clubs in the English Premier League like Manchester City, Manchester United, and even Liverpool has been involved in reports. The thing is that Sporting, although he has a 100 million buyout, are willing to sell him if someone goes as high as 70 million euros. But thus far, according to press reports, some of the big clubs in England are only willing to go as high as 55 million, including a report by Manchester United, who just don't feel that Bruno is worth 70 million euros. As a result, right now, there's just a lot of media reports, and there's probably some talking, but a lot of people feel that Bruno Fernandes could be a big star in the EPL, as of course his Portuguese national teammate, Bernardo Silva. So the question now is, what happens next? Well, here's an important date to remember for fans in England and Portugal, and that's basically August the 8th. That is the Premier League deadline for transfers. So if at that point a player like Bruno Fernandes isn't bought by one of the EPL giants, well, then they'll have to wait and try to get him during the January transfer window. Sporting is pretty much going to stick to their guns, Portuguese politics. If they're seeing their crosstown rival João Felix being sold by Benfica in a buyout for 120 million, well, they're going to want to get at least 70 million for Bruno Fernandes, who set the European midfield record with 32 goals this past season. And by the way, he also had 18 assists. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's likely to be more newspaper articles, there's likely to be more rumors, and fans in England are likely to get more excited. But right now, nothing has changed. He's a Sporting player, but the next few weeks ought to be very interesting to see when, in fact, it does happen. This has been a video from PortugueseSoccer.com.